Welcome back to ESL One in Hamburg. The Barclaycard Arena full of people today, and it is a major in all senses of the word because we've still got another three-match series to go to see which one of the two teams makes it through to the semi-finals tomorrow. What I'm dubbing Super Sunday. It maybe isn't, we'll find out. That match still to come. But Sheev, right now, I am excited about what's about to happen on this stage.
The real competition, if you will.
Partly the real competition, because that is the cosplay competition, which has been going on for the past few days. Now, I have always been a fan of cosplay for many reasons. It's such a fabulous part of the community.
It really is, and the amount of time and effort these people spend on their costumes, it's amazing. There's so much detail to it. And this year, actually, the judges, they mostly looked at how accurate the costumes were, how the quality was, what kind of processes were needed to make the costume, and they actually had to bring a reference picture, like this is the picture that I'm basing my cosplay off. If you so much had a paint drop or a glue drop in the wrong place, minus points.
So what we're talking about here is we're talking about fabulous attention to detail, making no mistakes whatsoever, making sure you spent countless hours and days and weeks and months, a year making your costume. So a lot like this then, yeah? A lot like this costume here.
What?
Now, keep coming up to the front. Please show your costume off. Please show your costume off.
Yes.
All the way to the front, come on, there, let's make sure you're center stage.
A lot like this one.
I'm not sure if this is a German tradition in the fine city of Hamburg. Two men dressed in blue, one with something in his mouth, roped together, front to back.
So I'm so sorry, guys. There must have been a mistake.
Yeah, do you think they're worthy of a prize? Wrong answer, we don't have any prize for them. We give you the Small Human Centipede Award. So thank you very much. Round of applause for them. Their prize can be a round of applause as they waddle back off stage. They are Big Black King Bar as Ogre.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so we've started high, okay? The level is high. What we have got about to go onto the stage is the top 10 from the cosplay competition. They're coming out in a random order. From that, we will have the top 3. We've got large, oversized comedy checks, which make up the €3,000 prize pool. So then, are we ready to start this off, Sheev?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's get the first person introduced.
All right, we have Omni Knight. And she is Oyeda. Welcome on stage.
Round of applause, come on. Look at the size of that hammer. Up to the front, show off your wares, madam. Up to the front, come on, up to the front. Let's, up there, come on.
A large amount of detail went into this one. The hammer has actually got the signals on the hammer itself, on the back and the front, and it's a very heavy hammer, might I add, as well.
It is very heavy. So come on through, over to the other side. Let's get our next person. You're just pulling your dress up at the back. Well done. Over that way, over that way. Let me walk you this way. It's obviously a costume that's difficult to walk around in. Thank you very much. Let's get our second person out, Shiva.
All right, we got O'Neill as Templar Assassin.
Coming from this side. Look at that.
Woo!
I did some fabulous interviews with a cosplay player. The amount of work they put into it, what I always thought was great, was that's brilliant. Yes! Thank you, that was brilliant.
Awesome.
What was great was if you're not good at one skill, maybe it's the making of something or the stitching, you would get somebody else, you'd trade your skill, which I think is brilliant.
I think most of these competitors have basically done everything themselves.
Damn right, that's what they got to do.
It's amazing.
And we
have a Death Prophet. Vicky, come on the stage.
Those hands are freaking me out.
I mean, can she see? Can you see? She's not tripped yet. I believe she can see.
She falls off the stage, you know she can't see.
Awesome cosplay, Death Prophet. Amazing set as well.
Brilliant work. Let's bring out our fourth person. That is Gooby as Lena.
All right, this Lena is decked out. She has an Aghanim Scepter. She has a Blink Dagger, an Octarine Core, a Bloodthorn, Solar Crest. It's amazing. Or Lotus Orb. Jeez.
How much is it about showing off and being part of the character, the accuracy to the hero in game?
This is loads.
It's got to be a lot, though, isn't it?
Yes. Accuracy is part of the main 3 criterias.
Right then, let's get our next person out, and that is Tanakt as Juggernaut.
Ooh.
Look at that!
And if you're talking about accuracy, oh, this...
That is amazing.
I mean, this is Juggernaut. There's no mistaking that. Scary as well.
Brilliant
with the Arcana.
work. How much view do you reckon that person's got out of that?
Not a lot.
Doesn't look like a lot.
It's like follow the light.
Yeah, just keep walking, don't fall over. Right, our next person is He Has as Crystal Maiden.
Yes. A Winter Crystal Maiden. No mistaking her.
Nope.
The time and dedication by the cosplayers put into their costumes is amazing. People have spent as much as a year preparing for this moment, for being able to show off what they have created.
If I was to do this, I'd take about 3 days. I'd just be covered in cardboard boxes. Right, I believe we've got a witch doctor next, Shiva.
We do. Luriard, come on stage.
Look at this one!
And mind you, these cosplayers, this is the top 10.
Good moves. See you in the nightclub later. You can tell it's cold in here as well. Right, then let's introduce our next person.
Ninja Jasmine as Lich. Oh.
Once again, to point out, these are the top 10, so these really are the cream.
Yes.
Out of these, we will announce the top 3.
Of the cosplayers that competed, there were 45.
Nice
Around
ball.
45 cosplayers, and they were all superb.
Are you ready for a Legion Commander?
Oh yes, I am.
Please welcome.
I've seen it before.
Yeah.
Come on stage, Rehab.
Look at this. So serious.
Oh, you're a Legion Commander. You gotta be serious. No, she's ready to duel anybody at this point.
Good terminology there, good phraseology. And you can also see Twitter, Instagram, Facebook on the back as she walks off if you want to get in touch. And our final one of the 10, remember, of these, we will pick the top 3. We've got the big comedy checks. They're sharing a €3,000 prize pool. Please introduce Shiva.
It is Marugito as Vengeful Spirit. She is looking very vengeful, actually.
Yeah. That is intense.
Yeah. Oh, those shoes.
How would you walk in those shoes?
Very carefully.
Brilliant work. Thank you so much. I think once again, let's get a massive round of applause for all of our finalists, just for the time, the dedication, the whole community spirit that goes into cosplay, because it is wonderful. So then, Shiva, are we ready for the top 3?
Oh, I am. I definitely am. Are you, though?
I'm totally ready. I'll tell you what, then you can announce who's in 3rd place.
Okay.
I will hold the comedy check. Here we go. So, for €500, here we go.
All right. In 3rd place, it is Tanacht as Juggernaut.
And if he's 3rd, there we go. Comedy check for you there, comedy check, with a not comedy amount on it, which means we're on to who's in 2nd place. The person in 2nd place getting €750.
All right, is Legion Commander by Rehab.
It is just a great costume. I'll tell you what, I'll hold this for you. You've always got your hands full of. Come forward a little bit.
I would ask for a trade if I were you.
I know. For the swords, I'll hold this, which means that in 1st position, €1,250, what we have judged as the best cosplay here at the ESL Major in Hamburg. Shiva.
Shiva, the 1st place is Vicky as Death Prophet. Congratulations, Vicky.
Congratulations. Come out here. Let's get you to the front as the winner of the cosplay competition. It really does come down to the amount of work, the detail, the attention to detail, how accurate everything that's gone into it. So once again, Hamburg, please put your hands together, not just for our 3 winners, but for all of the people who've taken part in the cosplay competition. Put your hands together. Fabulous, thank you very much. They're amazing. Make sure you get a picture taken with them. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with the final series of the day.
Um zu erkennen, was ein Mineralwasser besonders macht, muss man wissen, was drin steckt. Hoch und ausgewogen mineralisiert. Mit wertvollem Calcium und Magnesium. Und mit jedem Schluck richtig erfrischend. So gut kann Wasser sein. Gerolsteiner, das Wasser mit Stern.
Ultimately, this trip could bring my career to the next level.
I'm not very worried about losing. I'm worried about missed opportunities.
I just scream and say yes twice.
Yes! Yes! You try your best, you feel good about yourself.
So what's really going to separate them is decision making and strategizing.
I'm expecting Season 8 to be the same thing. It should be pretty awesome. And just more of the good stuff.
Such a fantastic round to really test out strats, build yourself up before the big events, and now Dream League very much being one of those big events. And Season 8, it's going to be even bigger than Season 7. I can absolutely guarantee it. It's going to be something to look out for.
ESL One Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Logitech G, Gerolsteiner, Wüstenrot, Legion Lenovo, and StubHub.
Welcome back to ESL One Hamburg, powered by Intel. It is the first major of the season, a brand new season. The Dota professional circuit, more than 20 events over the coming 9 months that all lead to one goal, getting to the International 2018. Points will be awarded here, and $1 million is on the line as well as we head into our final series of the night. It's been a terrific day already. I can't believe we're going to be treated to yet another one. Or will we? We live in hope as we head into our final series between Liquid and Keen. We've made a couple of substitutions here on the panel, and we've got back Cap and Syndrome. Welcome back, boys. How you doing?
I believe you mean upgrades.
Upgrade. Sorry. Yep, my bad. Upgrades indeed.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Thank you, Syndrome.
And
Nice
Syndrome.
try.
And Syndrome.
Oh, come on.
Are those old memes? See, we're powered by Intel, but we're presented by memes, aren't we? Really?
You can have that one.
They've already started.
Thanks, Syndrome.
I knew.
They aren't old, Paul.
Okay.
They're recycled.
Recycled memes. Sorry.
Replacement Nahas. He's doing a great job with this sign. It's very accurate.
Has more hair. Actually, less hair. I knew it was a bad mistake having you two on for the last one of the day.
I know,
It's just
right?
going to get nuts. It's just going to get crazy.
I didn't ask for this.
We're getting a little silly, too. It's
We are,
great.
but that's good. That's good. Let's get into this series and start with Keen. I guess they're not scared anymore, Syndrome, that's for sure. They've played on the stage this morning. That went fine. They got through that. There's no nerves anymore. They haven't got anything like, oh, God, what's this going to be like? Walking out in front of 15,000 people. None of that's going to faze them anymore. And they played well. So all of the things that we thought might trip them up aren't any longer a problem. But they're facing one of the best teams in the world now. That is a problem.
Yeah, I think they're going to go in with the mindset that they have nothing to lose, and then they are just going to do their best. But I, hand on heart, feel like this is the most one-sided matchup of the day, in theory. We're going to see what happens, but I'm very much a believer that Liquid will look convincing against this opponent. But let's see. If Keen showed some good form against SG. If they bring out their best, they can maybe push Liquid at least. But seeing them win a game here would really surprise me. I hope they do it. That would be a great story. But.
Yeah, I don't want to take like the hype down too much, but I was watching that first series and I was like, all right, this is the battle between which team is going to get 2-0'd by Liquid, right? And that's just the way you look at it as an analyst. But there's always the possibility of upsets. And maybe it's late. Maybe Liquid are going to mess up a little bit. I mean, Keen are already warmed up at least, right? They played in the morning. Hopefully they're not feeling tired or anything. So hey, anything can happen. Honestly, I would consider it a success if Keen can push Liquid to the limit at least in one game, right? Or if they manage to take a game off of Liquid, I would be very happy for Keen. But the thing is, right? They're more of the amateurs, right? They're not truly established as professionals yet. They're not the tier 1 team. They're definitely the underdogs. And if they can just go ahead and learn something from this tournament, hey, TI is a long ways away.
Absolutely.
And there's already been one Chinese team that went from nobodies to something real big in one season, right? Somebody could easily do it again.
We've already killed them.
Have we?
Have
we written them off?
Cap is like, I hope they can learn something. Great words of encouragement.
As long as we've recorded that segment, we can just play it at the end and not be here. We go home and it's fine. It's all good. I understand where you're going with this. What's been their key standout for them? Has it been a player? Has it been their draft? Has it been the way that they've come back? Has it been the way that they've gone through team fights? What's impressed you about them?
I think the standout player for them has been Wrong on the defensive support. He got a lot of praise earlier today. He played Winter Wyvern, Dazzle, and Venge. I think he played 3 different supports and did great in all 3 games, playing with a save type of hero. I think that is a great recipe when you have these newer and less experienced players, because they're bound to make more positioning mistakes and just make some mistakes that the more experienced players will probably not make, and then you can like compensate and help them out and kind of lead the way from the support role in that sense. Like, I'm going to protect you, just go and do your best, right, and try it out. So that's been great. He really had to save people in that Venge game, I'll be honest. Like, he really had to save them all the time.
And he did.
And he did his job. He did a very good job. I believe he's also the drafter for the team and the captain, so, you know, he's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders when he drafts himself into that position. He's delivered, so that's my standout for sure for that team.
Let's move on to Liquid. I guess, Cap, the watchword here is careful. Just don't make too many mistakes. Don't don't underestimate them. Don't mess up in the draft. Just do the normal things that Liquid do, and they should be okay.
Yeah, I think that's, if Liquid are looking at this, they want to be the team that, look, they had a great season, right? And this is, TI was the closing of the official season, but in a way, this is the final tournament of a patch that solidified themselves as a top-tier team. And I think they want to be able to end it on a win. So going up against Keen, a team that they're probably not too familiar with, they only really have one series and a best of one from this tournament to be able to take a look at. I think that really they should just play a little bit standard Liquid, and they shouldn't try and dabble a little bit too far outside. You know, just be you.
Spectre picks.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure about Spectre.
The thing is also that if Liquid plays standard Liquid, that is a style that Keen hasn't played against.
No.
Because the way Liquid play and draft is miles away from what they've been used to playing in their Chinese qualifiers. All of these like annoying picks that Liquid like to run, these like late pick brood mothers, the Huskar strategies, the IO that is almost untouched in all of China, like all of these strategies are things that Keen are not familiar with. And I think if you look from Liquid's perspective, Keen's picks in the last series that they've watched is all of it is stuff that Liquid has played against before. So I just think there's a massive advantage for them from the draft as well. And I really want to see Keen just get off to a good start in the draft for their chances.
A lot of chat about one player in particular in this lineup has been GH.
Sure.
Both positive and negative, it has to be said, just to keep that balance.
Negative from Lil.
From one person, the whole entire Dota community. Yes.
I wasn't going to name it, but yeah, I don't have that. I think there was a few mind games, actually. I don't know if it was anything bad. Is he the best 4 in the world?
I think it's definitely top 3.
Yeah,
100%.
I would say the same.
It's always tough, isn't it? Saying, yes, this person is best in the world at this position. But can you say it right now?
You asked me this question, I think, on day 1, and I said at TI, he was the best.
Yes.
Right now, I'm not sure. I think other players have caught up, and I think some of Liquid's strategies fell off a bit. Like GH's Caudle has been untouched this tournament, even though it wasn't banned. So part of his like extreme hero pool is just less useful right now. So
is it just being
he drops
saved?
a bit in stock if you can't pick his Caudle and be confident to win anymore. Like that obviously affects his power as a player. Or it's being saved, but we'll see.
At the same time, it was pretty impressive, his Earth Spirit earlier on in this tournament, right? He had one really good Earth Spirit game, very impressive. That was maybe that first game against VP.
Yeah.
So he's definitely shown that he's still top of his game. I don't think he's really, like Synderen said, like I don't think that GH has lost anything since TI. I think naturally, whenever you're the champions, everyone's going to look to you, aspire to beat you, study you, and figure out all your tricks of the trade.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. All right, we're going to get more from both of you in just a moment. But it is time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are in full voice inside the arena to welcome our 2 teams.
Well, it's time to find that out, Red Eye. Hamburg, it has been a long day. It's been a fabulous day. The first day here in the Barclaycard Arena for this major. Who's still here? We've still got fans. It's a real crackle of excitement as well because we have one of the teams coming out. Well, you know who they are. They won the TI. They are arguably one of the best teams of the world. Before we introduce them into this arena, let's see exactly who they are. Yeah, you know who it is. So playing for a place tomorrow in the semi-final, taking on Team Secret. Please welcome to the Barclaycard Arena in Hamburg, it is Team Liquid! So Team Liquid are on the stage to a slightly dramatic version down here of Happy Birthday. They are to my right. They have to take someone on. They've been on the stage once before. They are by far the underdogs. But when has that ever stopped anyone? Let's meet their opponents. Well, the bass has just rolled around this auditorium. Please welcome in here Keen Gaming! So there you go. They are our teams, gentlemen. Take to your chairs, get yourself ready. And just before we hand over to Red Eye for this final series, let's just work out who we think is going to win this. Anything you've got stored up, let's hear it. Do we think that KG are winning this? Do we think Liquid are winning this? There we go. So then, the final series of the day. And I want to hear it loud. It's the last matchup. You're still here. We're still here. They're still here. Hamburg, are you ready? We'll be back in a second.
I do. I want to get in there.
Wow, I'm actually dead.
Are you dead? Yeah, I'm dead.
Never, dude.
Dude, look at that macro pyre, dude. Oh my god.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Ja, kommt rein. Das ist es. Die Küche selbst gebaut. Kaffee?
Gerne.
Setzt euch doch. Endlich genau mein Ding.
Wohne auch du bald, wie du willst. Mit unserem Wüstenrot Wohnsparen. Wüstenrot. Wünsche werden Wirklichkeit.
godlike for no one. Digital chaos in style, in convincing fashion.
ESL One Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Logitech G, Gerolsteiner, Wüstenrot, Legion Lenovo, and StubHub.
It is party time at ESL One Hamburg as we go live for Game 1 in Series number 3. And, as a reminder for you, there are only 4 series left of this major. How on earth has that happened already? Last game of the day. We are a little hyped, a little party mooded. You two are just done. What are you doing? What is that?
It's the new moves you wouldn't understand, Paul.
You said it's a party.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, party mode. Okay, all right.
Need the music back.
We do.
Production.
This looks pretty stupid without
Production,
music.
drop me a
it
beat.
It looks great with music, believe me. I'm good at this. Don't stop me.
It was good. It's not as good as I think this first draft will be, though. Because I think...
Then you think it's going to be real.
I think this first draft might be fun.
The greatest draft in the history of Dota.
Wait, anything's going to be better than your dancing.
That's what I mean. This draft could be garbage. It's still better. You know? I think it's going to be even better. Great. We set the bar so low that anything will work.
We have. So what's going to happen here, then? What do you think?
I think...
Because Keen are pretty meta, aren't they? They don't really go outside the box too much, so...
Yeah.
They do think outside the box, though.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about that, right? I feel like Keen thinks outside the box. There was like 3 things, right? It was that clockwork thing that I talked about earlier. It was like the lifestealer going medallion for the early Roshan that I think was pretty important to that one game. And then it was also the lifestealer infesting inside the Treant, which was just a kind of a cool play, right? It works. It set up a sort of a tempo, got them a kill, and also said like, hey, this is a potential thing that can happen to you now. Like all those sorts of things, like I like seeing, because it says to me that you're thinking about the game. Like you're not just an expert at this game, but you're also thinking about it in like kind of a creative way. And I think that is a serious strength.
What was the other thing you said? Dodging the Tier 2 tower at night?
Yeah, Tier 2 tower.
Is that these guys as well?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, that's nuts stuff, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic. So,
do you know that, Synderen?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes.
That's why he's him. That's why he's him, and I'm me.
If he's talking about the Tier 2 Dire tower top at nighttime that you can walk behind it.
Yeah, the Radiant Tier 2. Yeah.
The Radiant Tier?
Yeah,
the Radiant off-lane Tier 2. You can get behind that during nighttime vision.
Oh yeah, but you can do the same with the Dire.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yes, you can do it on both of them.
It's just Radiant, it's like that small, you know. I thought it was pretty cool.
Actually,
I'm with you. I thought it was cool. Synderen didn't.
Oh, I think it's cool.
That's why they pay in the big bucks.
It's...
Yeah. Synderen's just not impressed by anybody here, to be honest.
Well, that's true.
Not by anybody here.
No, I mean, if Malk were here, then he'd be impressed.
Yeah.
By that jawline.
Of course.
Not by his Dota play.
No, that's true.
It's impressive in other ways.
The Liquid...
Impressively bad.
Still impressive.
Do Liquid need to be careful in this draft? Are there any pitfalls for it? Because it doesn't seem like it, but...
I think, so, with the danger of just sounding like it's another day at the office, I don't feel like they should just treat the game like, oh, we can do whatever we want, we're going to be fine. But just stick to your guns. Do the stuff that's worked for you for a very long time. I think they lost to VP because they faced a team that is super competitive and could have beaten them at TI. That was a really close series as well. And because of that, VP got knocked out at, I think, 5th, 6th at that tournament.
Yes.
And they could have gone to the finals if they had a different bracket, I think. Like, when you saw that play out, it was definitely possible. So,
yeah, they
lost to a really good team in this tournament, 2-1. I don't think they need to switch up way too much.
They lost to the first place team, got knocked out by the first place team, got knocked down in the lower bracket by the second place team, and I don't know if they got knocked out by Newbie, but they also beat the third place team. Either it was LGD or LFY.
LFY got
they
third,
actually
right?
beat.
Yep.
Like in the upper bracket. So it definitely goes to show like VP definitely could have made that run.
All right, draft number 1. 3 bans.
Good bans from Keen. I like this. I think you ban the Chen against Liquid unless you have... what did VP ban in that series? They gave them the Wisp.
They
I
gave
remember
them the
that.
Wisp because they wanted to play them.
Yeah. But
they
I
wanted
think
to see if they could beat it.
I don't think Keen has the necessary experience playing against this hero to play against Liquid's Wisp. I think VP does. They've played against a lot of Wisp and they've probably practiced specifically against it as well, giving it away to opponents in scrims.
They were banning the
Chen is a good ban.
the Lich Furion.
Oh, they even let Chen through as well, yeah. And the reason VP did that is that they play the 2 counter junglers. They both play Ench and Doom, and they even played them together in one of the games, game 1, I believe. So, yep.
I want to piggyback on something that Synerin said earlier about the fact that like you've got all these tools, right? The Broodmother, they've got all these options to Liquid. And we've already seen that Keen, they actually suffered against that Arc Warden game. And that's not a hero that they're going to be very well like practiced against. So that already gives me even more concern for Keen that they're not going to be adept at being able to address the Broodmother. Even if they think like theoretically we know how to deal with this, or maybe we've even played against it a couple times, in action against a top tier team, it's always different.
Okay. Well,
I like this first phase from Keen.
I was going to say, at least they haven't had the Brood out second pick, which they've shown us they can do. So that's not an issue, which means, do you think Keen then just get rid of it in the second phase?
I think, so the reason Liquid didn't pick it here, or at least one of the reasons, they've lost with it, first of all, but they didn't pick it here because they are second pick. Both of the games they picked at first phase, it was the last pick of the phase. But in addition to that, if you're Keen now, you can either ban it now, expecting that Liquid will pick it before. Liquid is second pick now, so they can't pick it last pick of the phase. They will have the 15 pick, as we call it.
Which they've picked it in.
They have done it before, exactly. So they could just ban it just to be safe. It's a good hero against Nice's Prophet, in my opinion. It's pretty good against Rubik. If they don't have anything better that they really want to ban, I think it's a safe bet. And if they don't ban it now, they definitely have to ban it in the last phase if it's good against them.
So you were saying you really like Keen's opener. I presume you really like the Rubik. Super strong choice against both Venomancer and the Earthshaker.
Great Rubik game. Furion is one of the best heroes against Veno in this patch. It's good at killing off the Plague Wards in lane with the Trance. It's very mobile. It can teleport around all the map. That's something Veno is really bad at. Veno wants to be static and set up a field. And Furion also has a counteraction to the vision that the Plague Wards put. He can send out Trance, so you can get like equal scouting potential in a way. Which is very important for stuff like Roshan fights, where Venomancer often has an advantage. Then you can do that with the Nature's Prophet. So gonna ban Pugna, first off. That's a hero we haven't seen too much out of Liquid.
I haven't seen too much in the last couple of days, frankly. EG pretty much the only team that have played it.
Once or twice only, I think.
It would have kind of fit just because it does look like Team Liquid's going to have that sort of heavy team fight combination. I really like what you said about the Furion versus the Venomancer, because so oftentimes the Venomancer being such a powerful hero right now, we see it picked up a lot, and one of the best things he's good at is being able to get in front of pushes. And here Furion forces you to defend a tower if you're Venomancer, but then doesn't have the downside, because usually Venomancer's like, whatever, it's going to be a 4v4 for the rest of my team, and you're okay with that. But with Furion, you're able to actually take a 5 versus 4 while forcing the Venomancer onto a tower.
Yep.
So no ban from Keen.
Necro and AA.
On the Brood. So it is pickable if they want it. What's noticeable about Liquid's bans as well is that they've basically gone for the most played heroes that Keen have had.
Yeah.
And just gotten rid of them. Just to make it more uncomfortable, I guess.
I think Ancient
Both
Apparition...
of those are the most played hero for Ying and for Rong as well.
Yeah.
By a long way.
If you're going to run the Rubik 4 position, I think Ancient Apparition, you know, like the kind of 2 5s, I think Rubik Ancient Apparition is one of the better duos. Kind of like that Shadow Demon Dazzle combination. It's one of those duos that works out offensively pretty well together, despite individually being quite weak.
So Liquid have got themselves the Lich.
Spirit Breaker. So it's position 5.
Oof. Well, auto-lock Monkey King.
Yep.
He seems happy.
I think, so Monkey King is...
He's back again.
I really like Monkey with Lich, because Monkey King, first of all, is a lane dominator, so if he's facing a good lane matchup and you put Lich in it, that lane is just completely dead. Like, you actually cannot do anything as the opponent. It also allows you to more often put your Monkey King in the off lane, because if you're picking Monkey King in this position and the enemy team can like pick around it with cores, so you can get good core matchups, then usually you will put a safe lane hero that you're expecting to have a different matchup. But then you can put the Lich Monkey King off lane, and Monkey King can actually contest the enemy safe laner, because most carries struggle in this matchup. So what Keen is going to go for is a Queen of Pain that doesn't really have any bad lane matchups here. I like this pick a lot in this position. I think it's very good. Yeah, I'm happy so far for Keen's picks. I think this is the right type of approach.
It's a smart draft so far. Nothing crazy.
This feels pretty even to me.
Yeah.
If not even maybe slightly Keen favored, depending on how well they play against the Lich, because I consider Nature's Prophet a good hero against Lich as well. Lich is defensive and you can dive him.
Okay.
With Trance.
Yep. Let's see what Liquid ban last. Is their Brood threat still there?
They don't really have a whole lot of wave clear on the side of the team. So it is possible.
Queen of Pain does fine in that lane, but it doesn't stop Brood from farming. They have Spirit Breaker as well, which is great against Brood. The moment Brood shows anywhere, you can charge and then.
So then you'll just ban it and get rid of it. See, they banned Mirana, which I thought they would ban, but then I looked at the Queen of Pain and thought, well, probably they don't. But Mirana is another one of their most played. It's ZZZ's favorite hero by far. So.
And it's a hero that can stand against Monkey King as well. I think Liquid really want to have a matchup that Monkey King enjoys. And I still think this AA ban in the second phase, when Liquid bans it like this, it makes me think that they might even be thinking further ahead and they want to last pick a hero that AA is good against. Because now that they've ruled that option out, they can go for some classic Liquid stuff like a last pick Alchemist, which I think could be very good in this game. They could technically go Huskar. It's not good with their picks, so I don't think
in case.
Yeah, get rid of that.
I think it would give you too many threats on the board. Like you may be able to deal with the Broodmother. You'd have Venno and Monkey King, though.
If the next hero is not good against Alk, Liquid will pick it. I am almost certain. And they already grabbed the Monkey King themselves, which would have been a great hero matchup against Alchemist in lane. So they've covered that base.
So what heroes would you like versus the Alchemist? Like, that would also fit this. I was thinking like maybe Lifestealer. It's like, there's no hero that's going to be like, oh, that's super good versus Alk, but is also going to fit this game.
That's the problem. It's just a bad lifesteal game.
Yeah.
Monkey King and Lich are two really annoying matchups for him. I also think Shaker is pretty decent. You can block him off. You have an instant stun when he's out of rage.
And the same problems apply to like Ursa as well, right?
Yeah. I think at this point when you're Keen, if Liquid wants Alk, they're going to get it, I think. Yeah. So if you think too much about counting the Alchemist and you don't look at the big picture, let's say they pick a hero that really counters Alk in lane, Liquid can just pick something else. You just put Lich Monkey King mid against your Ursa, have a good time, you know, for example. So this is a very difficult pick, I think. I think Keen are going to use almost all of their time. They might as well, right?
Yeah.
This is a hard choice to make.
Liquid have just enough lockdown to be able to deal with like kind of those harder carries. Maybe if they went for some sort of like split pushing type carry, like AM or something. Like they have just enough lockdown on Liquid to beat that out as well.
Yes.
Liquid just set up this last pick extremely well. Because they have just enough of each of the like kind of objective things you need from the draft to say that by itself this draft is going to be fine, right? Their laning phase should be really strong. They've got just enough catch between the Earthshaker and Monkey King. They've got really good team fight, and they can scale pretty well as well.
I wonder if Keen can get away with a okay, they're going to go Bloodseeker, right? So this is a hero that deals well with Venomancer in lane, can sustain by himself. He is okay at dealing with Lich lanes, because even if you get harassed by Frostblast, as long as you get a couple of CS here and there, you can heal yourself up. Monkey King, I would say, still a really bad lane matchup, so they want to avoid that. He doesn't want to play. If it's Bloodseeker safe lane against Monkey Lich, my money's on the Monkey Lich lane. Yep. Let me tell you that. They're going to win the lane really hard. This hero...
Put your house and your mother on.
This hero is not particularly good against Alchemist. It's also not bad, but Alchemist is the type of hero that can just stand still when it's ruptured and probably stay alive with Chemical Rage running. They have plenty of protective heroes around him.
So you just got to focus on the rest of Liquid, honestly. You can't really think about that last pick too much. And I think Bloodseeker is going to be decent enough, as you said. The laning phase is fine. I think Bloodseeker's relatively okay versus Monkey King in like the mid-game sense, outside of the laning phase.
Gives Vision with Bloodright. It's pretty good.
Vision versus Bloodright. I think he's also a hero that is able to play around the Monkey King ultimate when it's dropped and go for the backline. I really feel like they had to use their mobility to their advantage, right? They have Spirit Breaker and Furion, like two global heroes.
They're blocking out a selection of picks from Liquid with this Bloodseeker. It makes Anti-Mage a bad pick, even though they already have Spirit Breaker. Like, split pushing for Liquid here just doesn't seem like a good approach against Breaker, Furion, and the Bloodseeker Rupture. So I think they're going to play more of a group-up style around a central hero, which is going to be okay. That is not what I was expecting. at all. I wonder why to me, this looked like a classic Liquid's Gonna Last Pick Out game. I know I talked about it a lot, but it's just like they've done this multiple times, even at TI. How is this? Oh, Matumba's ready.
I love Matumba's
ready.
rolling up his sleeves.
Oh yeah, get to play Venomancer again. My hero pool is the greatest this patch. I love all this.
So where do they go with that Doom, by the way?
Probably Mind Control.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah. Safe lane, Veno and Monkey King Lich mid, or?
There's lots of options. I can't really call their lanes because I think they want specific matchups rather than specific lanes.
Yeah.
They want Monkey King to play against Bloodseeker. They want Doom to play against Furion. And then they want their Veno to stand against Quap. I think, if possible, is probably the best overall for them. But we'll see how they choose.
Well, the horse has lost his hair, but he seems pretty happy. Let's find out whether we have some fellow Liquid fans here at the desk. Sinrin.
I think overall, from a draft perspective, I think Keen got away with it pretty well. I think Liquid is the better team. I don't think Liquid is outpicked, so I'm going to go for them. I think they're better, but good draft from both teams.
I am also keen on Keen's draft, but I'm also going to go for Liquid as well. I think they're just a better team. They have better team fight, and that is usually like a simpler way just to look at it is that I think Liquid's better at being able to fight, and they have better tools to be able to fight. It's unlikely Keen is going to be the team that finally split pushes and breaks Liquid apart enough that they manage to find an opening in their defense.
All right. Okay. Well, we're still searching for our final semi-finalists. We're also searching for an MVP. It is time for our final series of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final series of the day. Team Liquid up against the fantastic Keen Gaming. We saw Keen Gaming earlier. These guys have already won over a lot of fans for sure, but the home crowd here supporting their boy Kuro. Team Liquid's got a lot of fans in their house. They're a TI winning team. I'm ODPixel. I'm joined by the fabulous Mercedes Ben Malini Wu, and we're ready to go. What are Keen Gaming's chances here? The panel like their draft. Do you like it as well, Ben?
It's decent. It's even, which is exactly where you want to be. I don't think you're going to outdraft Liquid, so even is the best it's going to get. Let's hope they at least pull out one win in this series. I don't really think you can expect Keen to take this home. It's going to be a very, very hard battle for them. I mean, they weren't even at TI, they're just a relatively new team versus the TI champions. So a bit of an underdog story, but I would say they did have some signs of brilliance. Cap highlighted a lot of the good, unique plays that they made, which I do think they need to utilize to win this game against Liquid. Something that they haven't seen before, perhaps.
We're going to see Keen Gaming actually coming in early, looking to start things off. GH drops down the Fisher. That will put a stop to any sort of attempt.
That was really close. He actually almost died there. He could have lifted him onto the opposite side of the Fissure, and it would have been real rough.
Jia Ming still coming in to give them some on the Rubik, but the bounty rune will be claimed in time. Miracle grabs it. And looks like with the lanes as well, we are going to have Miracle heading down to the safe lane. And of course the Veno being taken to the mid. Is this looking to dodge some sort of matchup?
Well, at least they got the Veno versus Quap matchup. I think that's what they wanted. And then the Monkey King versus the Bloodseeker, I think they preemptively thought that Keen were going to dodge top lane and try to next level them by putting Monkey in the safe lane. But Monkey King versus MP should be okay too. But not ideal for them. But at least they got one of the three.
You can see already Tianming ready to back up Ing on the mid lane if things get a bit scary. Wrong. With the charge down bottom, we're going to commit to it, of course, just being level 1 at this stage. Miracle feeling very confident in his position, soaking up the XP for now. But so this mid lane, you talked about the 1 versus 1, but I have these two supports here as well. Is this matchup going to go heavily in one side's favor?
Don't think so. You know, four heroes in the mid lane. Not too much going to happen. Fissure block, not particularly useful versus Queen of Pain.
See again. Wrong. Looking to charge onto Kuro. We'll go in for the stun.
Oh, he just hit level 2 though.
Has the frost armor. Kuro will be fine. Backs up. Miracle getting some farm now under the tower pretty safely. Mid lane, Matumba dropping down the Gale, forcing Ing to blink back out. At the moment, CS 6 for 1, but with the creep wave coming in, Timmerman's got a bit there to catch back up. All very even, really, across the lanes. Nothing falling too out of place. Miracle now can get much more aggressive, of course, having the armor from the Lich. To Wrong, the Jingu stack starting to build. He'll be able to get it up. Now it looks towards Dark, and look at this damage. With the Boundless Strike, Dark nearly dropping down there. The Courier will get sniped, though. Tianming, with a nice rotation, catches it out. We'll take away some extra regen that Matuma was looking to funnel out in the form of the Tangos and that Ring of Protection. So very, very nice snipe there from Tianming.
This is definitely the hero you want to target in the early game too, especially with the NP rotation. NP, we already saw him like almost die to the Monkey King. Maybe just one more hit would have done it. But I think this is definitely the hero pressure, especially with a Courier kill in the mid lane. Top lane is not going to be particularly great. For Doom, he can get harassed out. Yeah, he does have some sustain. At least, I think he's eaten 2 creeps. First was the Troll, second was the Hellbear. So his CS is a little bit less than the Bloodseekers, but his XP and overall gold should still be relatively similar.
Wrong again, just sitting down bottom behind the Dark's and Nature's Prophet, just in case the opportunity comes for the jump to be there onto Miracle. Look for the charge onto Kuro. They're bringing in Tianming as well on the Rubik. They could catch this Lich off guard. Kuro already backing quite far out. Wrong will actually commit for the connection. That's going to be Miracle. Should get the stacks of Jingu up, and he does indeed. Liquid trying to fight. GH as well. Rotates through. Fisher block onto Tianming. He'll bite his way through the tree line, trying to escape, but the Boundless Strike's there. Telekinesis just in time, though, buying some space for himself, as Tianming will get himself out of there. GH himself has to be careful, as he falls very low.
Frost armor is so ridiculous.
Let's see if Miracle can still get a kill out of this. He's looking for Wrong. Wrong jukes out the Primal Spring. Dark did TP forward, trying to find the kill onto GH, but he won't quite get it. And finally, Wrong will fall. The first blood goes the way of Liquid after a very drawn-out fight there on the bottom lane.
Have to be careful about committing that charge all the way in. That was a pretty compromising position for him. Nice tree eats by the Rubik to stay alive there. Do like the way that Tianming's playing this game.
Now the phase boots come out for Dark, so that Punchy offers. It's going to amp up the charge from base as Wrong looks to come back into the lane onto Miracle.
Frost armor, though, they really need more magic damage in this lane. It's pretty much all right click that they have right now. Fade Bolt, level 1, no Wrath of Nature yet, so it's still going to be a while.
They're going to connect again with the charge. Miracle to turn, has the treants on him. Tianming actually going for the grab onto Kuro, but Tianming himself on the Rubik has to be careful. Fade Bolt's not going to be enough to bring down Kuroki. Can he do it with the last right click? He can. He'll get the kill, cost him his life, but with the TP from Dark, Keen Gaming get both. Miracle and Kuroki taken down, and only at the expense of Tianming's life.
Oh, the bash. Very timely bash. Yeah, Jingu stacks up. He was about to crush them right there.
Wrong.
Dude, they are so active.
Look at this move. Yeah, Wrong straight to the mid lane. GH is there with an Invis rune, so certainly can do a good job of trying to put a stop to this, but with jumping forward, this amount of magical damage is bringing him below. He's got the Gale to buy him some time, but Ing's going to chase, gets the final touch, takes the kill, and I'll tell you what, King Gaming, they're not done yet. They're looking towards GH. He will be able to fog them as he gets into the tree line.
Really tough position for GH right there. I do like the movement from Keen. They kind of avoided a fissure block even after the blink from the Queen of Pain. They moved out in a position so that no matter where Chico was, he had a really tough time actually stopping that kill from happening.
And look at these. Look at the CS off the back of these lanes. This Bloodseeker and Queen of Pain are just miles ahead of everyone. Both GGG and Ing having the time of their lives in these lanes. And Liquid's cause slightly behind on the CS. I say slightly, 5 minutes in, it's quite a difference to have.
Yeah, this Spirit Breaker is doing so much work, though. I love the way he's playing in this early game, and
yeah. And I like what we're seeing as well for the Spirit Breaker, because of course Wrong earlier in the series today played these very defensive supports, and we know he's very good at that. Now he's playing a hero that's played in a very different way, and as you say, so far these first 5 minutes have been impressive. Bottom lane though, Liquid see an opportunity, jumping forward onto Dark. He'll go for the Sprout to hold back GH, but Miracle's there with the Jingu damage, and Dark will fall. Top lane, Tianming Wrong looking for a go onto Mind Control. He's pretty beefy, goes for the TP out as soon as the Rupture's there, but the bash comes in just in time from Wrong. And Keen Gaming will get the kill in return.
That's the second super timely bash that he's had.
This man and charge. Now onto mid. He's got Blink and Scream. He himself slow. Dark, they don't even need the quad. Dark's going to be there. He will jump in for the kill. Secure. Again, Wrong is just consistently lane to lane to lane.
Oh,
it is all. The Fisher doesn't quite get in the right side. Ing's going to be fine. He'll just TP out. He's out of there. And I have to say, 6.5 minutes in, you know, a lot of people looking at this series probably expected one thing or another, but Keen Gaming, they're certainly pulling it out in this early stage.
Let's see that bash.
Oh, that was literally on the last fraction of a second as well.
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right.
That's one of the downsides about killing a Nature's Prophet, especially one solo level. He's just going to TP to another lane and just immediately kill. So they have to be worried about
Look at this angle that he comes in from. Liquid just don't expect it. There'll be a Fisher to try and stop the proceeds. Sprouts out as well as the Treants. Kuro is there as well with the rotation. They're looking to hold this. Miracle's turning up for the fight as well. Liquid looking to claim a big one for themselves. They get the Queen of Pain kill. Matuma Man he gets denied by Kuro. So they won't quite get the bonus from that kill. Miracle is starting to clean up. He'll pick up wrong. Two nice kills there for Liquid as they send all their attention towards the mid lane. They get the deny on Matumba.
Yeah, Keen have the right idea too. Just ditch the Lich lane. Lich is going to get his XP, but at the same time, Liquid are prepared for that. They're prepared for this 4-man maneuver into the mid lane. And now Keen have to find another method of attack who they actually want to kill with the Spirit Breaker. It looks like they are going to head top, but look at Liquid. They're already smoked there in anticipation of this.
It's a deep kill. It'll get the scores to have. Oh, I say that. He's falling incredibly low there with the blood right. He's actually gone. Now, the question is if GGG can get out. GH is low. GH has to be careful. GGG is just going to chase him down in the tree line. GH has gone. Double kill for the Bloodseeker. Kuro has to back up.
Wow.
And somehow they get away with that play, Ben. I didn't think they were going to.
Nature's Prophet just hit level 6. That Wrath of Nature must have done like 400 damage to him, maybe even more with a Blood Rage on him. I did not expect
Look at this aggression. Wrong just diving towards the tier 2 with Ing. They won't go too far as they know Liquid's going to be reacting.
Well, they see Monkey King on the bottom lane, so it's still not a bad fight for them. Monkey King is their main source of damage.
With the Doom like that, though, that will be a surefire kill for Liquid.
Maybe a chance to deny here. Oh, no, he might die too.
He's in trouble by the looks of it. Mind Control ready with the chase down. Liquid ready to punish Keen Gaming for getting a little too ahead of themselves with that play up top.
Fisher should seal the trick.
Good money there for GH. Picking up kills like that. 7 for 7. Lots of action in this first 9 minutes of the game, just as we'd hoped to see between these two sides.
But now Quap has died twice. That slows down her momentum so much in this early game. Like Venomancer's a hero that you're okay with dying with. It generally costs the other team a lot of resources, and you're not as snowbally as a hero like Queen of Pain. But I would say they're still doing fairly well. They're ahead in gold, and they're versus a Lich team, and they've taken down a tower. So
look at this.
All in all, fantastic.
With the Rupture, trying to go on GH, but the backup's there for Liquid. Dark TP'd in, but it's only to his own demise. Miracle's there as well. Liquid punishing hard. They'll punish both. Double kill for Mind Control as they keep GH alive. Keen Gaming, they can't afford to keep doing this. This is the Liquid we know and love, the Liquid that would just turn around any sort of misplay.
The reason they went for that gank is because they had that Observer Ward, but if you look at Liquid's positioning, they were actually just outside of range of the Observer Ward. They were like just a little bit to the southwest of that, and they're like, okay, yeah, free Shaker kill, and that's why he TP'd so aggressively in. It looked like a free kill from their end.
Okay, mid lane, Matumba got a good bit of space because of these movements that Ing was going for. Ing's still with the lead in CS. Matumba Man slowly catching back up. As they're putting the pressure on bottom lane, they've got their eyes on Mind Control. Keen Gaming looking to kick things off with the three of them, but Mind Control back to where he is level 8 with the phase boots and Scorched Earth at the ready. He's a tricky target to go on. There's no doubt about it. Looks like Keen are happy with just trying to put some pressure onto this tier 1 tower. They know the kill's going to be hard, but if it does present itself, they will try for it.
Again, taking the fight away from the Lich, you're much faster at pushing towers when Frost Armor is not in the question, but Miracle's net worth is highest in the game right now. Doom is not so great, but he can easily catch up with Devour and the Devour talent if he chooses to go for that.
And straight away, they dropped the scan up top Liquid. Miracle knew that TPs were coming into the tower, and he's straight out of that top lane. Very nice awareness there from Liquid. He'll keep Miracle on the Monkey King safe as he avoids that 3-man rotation from Keen Gaming.
Venom is also super low on net worth. But they're used to this position where Matumba Man gets sacked in favor of Miracle's net worth. I also do like how Keen's draft, they also have like non-heavy physical damage cores, which is pretty important versus the Lich lineup. Or else, like in this lineup, if you were versus like, let's say something like a PA, you would just double down on Frost Armor. You get the Ogre armor, you have the Monkey King ult armor, and then you hit the Frost Armor from the Lich. And then you're sitting at like plus 40 armor almost. So it's nice that they have pure and a ton of magic damage from those 2 cores. Ooh, Yule's first.
Let's see if they can get away with the kill this time. Mind control. Again, it's a very hard target to go on. They'll put the Nature's Wrath out to start things. TP reactions coming in from Liquid, and that will indeed be enough to stop Keen Gaming going for more. Much too hard of a hero to dive upon, especially when backup's there from the rest of Liquid.
Yep, you always, if you're Liquid, you always want them to go on the Doombringer. He is just extremely tanky and so much HP regen with the Satyr and the Scorched Earth and Frost Armor to boot to make up for his innate lack of low armor.
They could go for this. I mean, here you see Tianming, he's got Scorched Earth stolen at the moment, and he can quickly pick up a second spell. Fade Bolt to lead things in. There's the Scorched Earth. They should have enough damage to bring down GH. He's stuck in the Sprout. GH will go down. Ing jumping forward. Dagger into the back of Matuma Man. Wrong to fall. Matuma Man gets the Poison Nova out, but with the Sonic Wave, Ing he's bringing Matuma low, and this is great news for GGG, who goes ham. They get both of the kills. Doom was dropped down on the Rubik, but he really does not care. He'll be fine. Well, for now, I say, as the rest of Liquid, they do want to strike back onto Keen Gaming. They get the slow onto Tianming, but this Blood Right is going to catch 3 of them here. Jump forward from Ing, but instantly the stun's there from GH. He's jumped into his own death there, the Quap. Miracle as well, still surviving, doesn't care about the Rupture. It'll actually be a buyback from Tianming on the Rubik. He really wants to get himself re-involved into this fight, but Liquid are not in a position where Keen Gaming can jump upon them. And all these fights, putting Miracle in a better and better place as he gets involved at the right time, and he is getting a lot out of these plays. 5, 1, and 3, going for the treads straight into Deso this time around on the Monkey King. Not something that we see a lot of Monkey Kings do anymore, but he's going to have it very soon.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go super offensive or super defensive. He does have the innate, again, Frost Armor allows your build to be a lot more flexible. This Lich, or this Quap is just dying, I would say, a little needlessly. 3rd death on her, trying to go for a lowly Lich kill. I mean, I get that Lich is super annoying, but you don't want to throw your life away for that.
Absolutely not. Keen Gaming. What's their best plan of action now? We've seen them, they consistently look to try and fight. Is that really the only way that they should try and play this game with the heroes they have? They have to take these fights.
Well, with the Spirit Breaker, that's generally what you're inclined to. Spirit Breaker's terrible at farming. He's okay at defending against split push if it comes later into the game, but you know, first and foremost, he is one of the best gankers in the game. The Yule's build is very curious, though. I guess none of the 3 cores can actually stop TPs, but it's not really TPs that are losing them fights. It's not like anyone has really TP'd out of a fight. I guess Rogue has had some really good bashes, but in a team fight, it's really unlikely to happen.
Wrong. Going rather deep here. We'll cancel it. It's the ward down, and we'll get himself out of that. It's pretty impressive there. 11 runes being taken by Tianming. Fair few of them bounties, of course. Level 9. It's good. Good levels indeed for the man.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Whenever you see a Monkey King, you're always looking for ways to like knock him out of his ultimate too. I think Caudal Blinding Light is one of the best spells at knocking him out of his ultimate. This game, maybe a Lucky Bash, maybe a Lucky Force Staff, I would say, but not too many ways to actually stop him from attacking, which is a problem.
Looking to lead him, Matuma Man goes for the TP, but straight up there's the cancel, the charge by Matuma Man's down. They drop the Infernal Blade and the Stomp, down in return, onto Wrong. He looks to retreat, Liquid will chase it, but the Stolen Fissure from Tianming holds back the proceeds of Liquid. Wrong will be fine for now, gets back to safety. Very neat little play there from the Rubik, making sure that Liquid are unable to punish Keen Gaming this time for losing Matuma Man on the Venom.
Yeah, this Rubik's playing very well. He's like in a perfect position to lift him when he tries to TP out. Really great positioning too to steal the fissure, and he's going to have that for some time to come. And he's doing very well at levels. He's level 9.
The levels, that's what I'm saying.
That's
the
crazy.
Experience that he's getting off the back of these runes, it's absolutely paying off.
Yep. I guess the Nature's Prophet is suffering a little bit too, but they're doing very well.
A lot of aim of the game, as we can see for Lost at the beginning, those 4 staffs out ASAP. As what the Ing on the Queen of Pain already has his.
They need to think about ways to lock this Monkey King down. I think that's going to be a big issue for them. With Frost Armor and then healing up from the Jingu and a ton of attack speed on his build, he is going to be very, very hard if the fight lasts longer than 5 or 6 seconds, I would say. So Quap needs to get big and fat.
Yeah, that Monkey is very scary with the Desolator complete. Bottom lane, though, leading with the Stolen Fissure, straight onto GH, lifted up and taken straight down. GH is gone. Keen Gaming getting another pick. Mind control there alone, and the rest of Liquid looking to push him mid. Wrong actually trying for an opening as he charges forward. Ruptured down as well as the Blood Bright is always going to come out, but Miracle did get the Wukong's command off in time. Sonic Wave flies through from Ing. Not quite enough damage to bring down Liquid. The Nature's Wrath is bringing Matuma very low. He's trying for the TP out, but he's not going to make it. Ing jumps in, finishes off the kill. Kuro desperately trying to keep them back. They're going to lose Miracle as well here, Liquid. These kills that Keen Gaming get are absolutely insane. Kuro will rejoin with Mind Control and GH. They lead in. He's got the Chain Frost ready if he needs it. Won't need it for the Tianming Rubik kill.
You see these builds on them, though? The Force Staff on the Queen of Pain?
I mean, I like it, but it's situational. And this game, as you said, that there's a lot of strengths about getting the Force Staff. I mean, if everyone buys a Force Staff and GGG ruptures someone, he's dead. You're shoving him around. He's bleeding forever. This is the strat.
And it helps prevent your teammates from getting fissure blocked. It got him out of the Monkey King ult in that particular fight so that he could kill the Veno without dying herself.
Much easier to split when the Chain Frost starts flying in.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to this build.
It's a good item.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but it's not bad. Usually you'll see what fail first, I would say.
I think it sort of allows this squad to keep playing as aggressive as he has been as well. See it again here, just a really clean fight, some really nice Blood Brights as well. And that's the problem. As soon as Matuma, he'll drop the ult, and that's pretty much all he can do at this stage, as he is just left sitting there, and Ing sees an opportunity, and he will take it. And these stolen fishes, again, Tianming did a lot with that spell the entirety of the time he's had it so far.
We'll see what a smoke, and they gank the Quap.
He's got the Force.
Nope.
Low. Oh, they do get the Fissure. And he will still be fine with the Blink. That's the Force Staff for you.
That is the Force Staff.
Lane Miracle dropping down the ban list. As we're saying, with that Deso, does quite the damage. Tianming, unfortunately, his own boundless strike not quite on the same level in terms of DPS.
And all those range attacks too. Not as exciting. But Rubik's net worth compared to Veno's net worth, that's pretty disturbing if you're Venomancer.
Yeah, but Matuma still needs some time to really get where he needs to. The Poison Ever for sure, the skill set of a Veno, it's still scary to an extent, but
they haven't farming the lanes though, which is a problem. They have to have someone farming the lanes. They don't really want their Monkey King to die, so they have to sacrifice someone else. So they have both Doom and Venomancer are the ones that they want to gank first. But the problem is Venomancer's not really doing enough damage to justify dying super early in the fights. Very close to level 12 on Venomancer.
Yes.
Just needs like 1 or 2 more creeps.
Yeah, that's the first big one. Liquid, smoked up. Looking for kills. Dark is going to be eyed up. He should be in a lot of trouble here with the Fissure flying through for GH. Kuro Miracle going straight in on top of him. There's no escape for Dark. Can they get anything more? The Miracle's going to drop the Wukongs, get himself out of the Blood Bright. He's ruptured up for the time being. I don't know if Keen Gaming can punish this. They're going to be just 4 men against 5. Looks like they may still try, though. Kuro's going to be jumped upon by Tianming and Ing. That's going to be the Lich down. They're still looking to try and hunt out Miracle. He'll go back down on the low ground. Has the backup of Mind Control. Oh, that boundless strike with the Jingu stacks and the Desolator is absolutely disgusting, as this Rubik, he doesn't see that coming at all. That is instant death there for Tianming.
Well, time to get some armor, right?
Oh my goodness, not nice at all that.
That was a 3v5 fight, mind you. So this is the way that Matuma gets back in the game. They just win fights without him, and he just does whatever he wants, takes a free tower, boom, there you go. Another 1,000 gold just for him.
I mean, yeah, Wrong doesn't really want to punish this. They were charging forward, but with the scan, they saw that there was something behind Matuma. So Wrong holds off.
And GH is also really close to his Blink Dagger, just a few hundred gold away.
Yeah. Some big items for both sides as well. Definitely makes sense for Keen Gaming to slow things down. What I was going to say, whilst GGG gets his Radiance, okay, no, I think he bought Shadowblade, then sold it. He is still going to go for the Radiance by the looks of it with his quick buy, and he's got enough of the Relic, so that will come very shortly on the Bloodseeker. Top lane, they're going to try again onto Matuma. Get the charge through with the Nether Strike, holding him in this Blood Right. This Veno in a lot of trouble, gets bashed up as well. That'll be Matuma down, and GH, he's not getting out of this one as well. The two of them trying to push that top lane. Sort of blindly as well. I guess they had a few Veno wards out. They did have the ward down bottom, but they still get caught out by that rotation from Keen Gaming.
Yeah, they're going to have to fissure the charge, but he actually fissured the Rubik, so that Rubik won't be able to connect on that. But then your Veno's just dead. And again, another timely bash.
Wrong is rolling in the RNG today. It really, really is. And as we saw the stat, no surprises, but 4-staff is not picked up that commonly at all on the Queen of Pain, let alone as the first major item. But we're 21 minutes in, and you know, Ing's doing all right for himself. He's got the completed Orchid, I believe, out on its way to him. So he's still hitting the timings, can still look for the plays, and we're coming up to 22 minutes into this game. Keen Gaming a very slight lead in terms of gold, 2K net worth, but as I said, this is impressive. This is against Team Liquid, the team that, for the most part, has absolutely been crushing it.
Yep, they just need to make sure they don't get picked up. Oh, picked off by Monkey King.
Oh, that was well off the mark. And Dark, he's just TPing out of that one. Miracle as well. He says, all right, yeah, back to mid lane. Let's not imagine that happen.
Shadowblade's a tiny bit risky because in a team fight he can still die very, very easily. It's really great for picking them off, but right now Keen are mostly playing together as 5,
yeah,
just charging in.
Yeah, team fight, absolutely. Radiant Slow CGG, they're ready to go. Liquid are going to try for
They have an Obs Ward though. They know exactly what's going on over here. It's very obvious play with
They should definitely look to contest this. They're heading over.
But Miracle's looking to just slap somebody down.
He is. He wants to delete someone out of the fight straight up. He's got his eyes onto GGG. Goes in with the Boundless Strike, but the charge there from Wrong actually gets mind control as well, making sure that the Doom doesn't come out. The stolen Boundless Strike back onto both of them. Wrong will pay with his life. Miracle very low at the moment. They have the Blood Right. TP out from Mind Control. The Blood Right damage is enough. Miracle is gone. Matuma Man trying to leap forward, but with the Orchid, he gets silenced up. He can't get his spells off here. Heal will pop. Sonic Wave flies through, but the Poison Over did come out in time. Keen Gaming don't seem to worry. Bottom lane, they will lose. Oh, Kuroki! That was the dream Chain Frost there. He does die, but he brings them down with him.
Look at all that damage on that T3 tower, though. Oof.
Yeah, this split push, this rat play from Dark's Nature's Prophet, they have to respect it. They did come down and, as you say, kill him, but he pretty much got what he wanted to do. 23 minutes in, losing that amount of health on your tier 3, that's not a great position to be in.
Keen are reading this game really well. The way the Bloodseeker played that fight, he like went into the Roach Pit, but he actually read that Monkey King was probably going to try and do something funny, and he pulled back. He had like very little vision of what was going on, because at that point you're kind of worried about Roshan going down, right? You don't have that great of vision in that fight.
Look at that again. I mean, that's just a wet dream for Lich. It's those two heroes standing on top of each other.
Free gold. Too bad he didn't get any experience, but
Worthy tribute.
Invisibility.
Dang, Doom has a lot of items too. He did go for the Devour Gold talent, but not doubling down on the Midas. But he's now number 1 net worth.
He's top of the net worth. It's done its job.
That's what Doom does.
20 to 19. What a game.
I don't think Rubik was able to get that much value out of the Devour too. That's kind of sad.
Feels bad. Blade Melt, looking to be the item for Matuma Man. Realizes he is consistently being gone on, especially with that Orchid on the quap.
Yeah, they have no way to really stop the Blade Melt too, so.
One lane Miracle with the Shadow Blade. He's eyeing up Dark.
It's a little bit tougher without an Echo Saber or a way to slow them down because you're not going to get your Jingu stacks off or Jingu off in time.
You need that Diffuser Blade really before you can start going for those sort of solo plays.
But still no BKB. He's going to... I guess BKB's not like super useful here because of the Quappled and the Bloodseeker, but we saw last fight, he died, and he is very high net worth hero.
To the pit they go again, but Keen Gaming are aware of this. Blood Right popped down. The rest of Keen heading over. Can Liquid do it quick enough?
With the Solar Caress is looking pretty good.
They've got Echo Slam, Poison Over, and the Chain Frost. They have those big team fight ultimates. Can Keen Gaming jump in time? It doesn't. Unless they want to go for some big crazy play with the Blood Bright's out. Roshan is so low, the charge coming in, but it's already picked up. Miracle gets the Aegis. GH jumps in with the Echo, trying to hold them back, but the stolen Echo Slam from Tianming, bringing the Shaker down low. Sonic Wave from Ming finishes them off as he picks up a double kill, and now they're all so low. GGG starting to go ham. Blood Right finishes off Matuma Man. Miracle just having to stand in position as he's been ruptured up. The Sprouts there onto Kuro, meaning that Tianming gets the space to back away. He may still tick down to the Poison Over, and he does. Kuro with the urn, keeping himself alive. Miracle looking for GGG, but the Yules into Blood Bright. It's going to bring him down low. GGG, he's being careful about this. He knows that that Aegis is there. He doesn't want Miracle to be able to turn around and do this to him with the Boundless, and he nearly does, but Dark's there with the final touch. Seals the deal, takes the Aegis out of Miracle's hands. The Blood Right is timed perfectly, gets him. He's stuck in the Sprout. The charge comes in from Ron. Keen Gaming, they're going to be able to bring down Miracle post-Aegis.
I think they're just really underestimating Keen in a lot of these fights. They're like, yeah, there's no way they can contest us right there. good charge and really good patience from them too. They saw that Roshan was really low, but they didn't unnecessarily blink in.
I mean, GH is trying for this, but Wrong's going to be there to hold him back. Matsuma Man and Mind Control chasing him down straight away. Chain Frost is going to be duked out by the Yules. He should still be in trouble though, as the 3 heroes surround him. They will bring down GGG on that Bloodseeker.
Nothing. 2 down.
Some crazy skirmishes this game. But again, look down bottom, Ben. There's a Nature's Prophet knocking at the door. The Lich Frost Armor will help a little bit.
Poor Lich can't do anything about it.
The tier 3's gone. Nothing Kuro can do. One lane. Jianming a little far out on his own here. Not quite sure what the plan was. I mean, he should be dead. Matsuma Man and GH do surround him. He does force himself out. But the Stolen Fisher, I mean, he's playing with them. Surely he's dead here. With the walls ticking him down, he should fall, and he does indeed. Matsuma Man will get the kill. He certainly makes them work for it. Manages to invest his money in a few smokes as well on the way down.
Quap tired of getting Doom, looking to build the Lincolns. Doom is
incredibly big.
Incredibly big.
Shiva's
Quap's even bigger.
Yeah, that's the thing. Ing.
It seems like they have like bounty hunter track or something on their team. That's how they keep getting all this net worth, because I don't really see them farming all that much at all.
I mean, he's got decent CS. He's reaching up to the 200 on this Queen of Pain. He's been pushing out a lot of the waves, but overall it's just the kills that he's been able to get involved in. 10, 4, and 4. Lincoln Sphere very close to being done. Yeah, he's already got the recipe and the perseverance in his backpack.
Yep. I would say that Keen have been doing a really good job of limiting GH's game, though. That fight, he was able to get an echo off on one hero, and then he got lifted, stolen immediately, and then just died. And they like slowed down his blink dagger a lot. They limited his protection in the mid lane, so Matsuma Man's having a bad game because GH is not having a great game. So I think GH has been targeted a lot, both by Virtus Pro and by Keen.
It's certainly the way to play. As you say, GH is just such a crucial playmaker for Liquid in terms of kicking off each and every fight that they try to go for.
Look at how well they're reading these moves, though. They're not falling for these traps that way less experienced teams would fall for. That's probably like the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen them avoid. That's not even an obvious play for them to do, too. Like smoke from the south or from the north.
Maybe punished here. We'll see if they see it pass, but they do see it. Miracle. Yeah, Mind Control's going to look to go for it. One touch isn't enough. The Courier.
Should have gotten the Wolf Creep.
There we go. Needed that extra damage.
And now Shrine dead. Okay, thanks, Atrians.
Bottom lane, Keen Gaming just continuing to keep this pressure on. Mind Control goes forward, knows that there's no chance that Keen Gaming try and go onto this Doom. He's level 18 as well, and he's ready with the chase down. He's looking towards Wrong. Wrong has the Glimmer, good charge out as well. Gets the side bash onto Doom, meaning that Wrong gets a clean escape.
They are just splitting them up so well right now. Lich's biggest downfall is mobility. You saw how they tackled it from the early game. They like charged one lane, baited out the TPs, then charged another lane and swarmed it with Nature's Prophet. And then in the later game, it's no different too. They're taking down towers, they're trying to threaten racks with Treants. They took down both Shrines without Liquid being able to do anything in return, and they dodged a smoke.
Bottom. Look who they've caught out. They've got the Sonic Wave. Blade Mail will come through. Manages to force them to back up, but Wrong commits with the charge, getting the vision for the Nature's Wrath. They bring down Matsuma Man. The question is if they get out. He goes for the Glimmer Cape and the TP, but he's not going to get there in time. GH able to cancel it. Wrong. Oh, he goes for the Nether Stray. He's trying to play his way out of this with the charge. Oh, he's going to do it. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I was wrong about that. For sure. Miracle gets him with the Boundless Strike. Thank you, Ben. It was a cute little attempt, though, from Wrong. But still, I mean, they lose his life, but they did manage to bring down Matsuma Man. Again, just slowing down his progression, which he's desperately trying to amp up. As you can see on the net worth, he's still suffering on this Venom.
Greatly. And he's going to have to go BKB next. And there's a lot of pure damage. And there's Spirit Breaker in game, which also through BKB. Tough game.
See what they can find in Liquid. And themselves trying to get the chase down. Looks like they should be able to catch up Tianming. He's got the telekinesis. It doesn't matter, though. Scorched Earth from Mind Control, enough to bring down the Rubik.
Quap has had a great game after the initial few deaths, and she was 3-3. Now she's 10-3, or 10-4 rather.
And won't fully commit there. Oh yes, she will. Okay, Ing just jumps in, slides out. Mind Control is there with the chase. Does have the Doom. There's that Lincoln Sphere to bear in mind, and indeed because of that, he won't commit for it. Knows that the Lincoln's going to be strong. Again, these Nature's Wrath doing so much. Ing just jumps back in. They've got the charge, the rupture. Mind control is incredibly tanky. Is he beefy enough to survive this? He'll drop the Doom onto the Spirit Breaker, but it doesn't matter. Spirit Breaker will survive. He's down. GGG moves forward with the boosted movement speed, finds GH.
I really have to applaud the experience of this team. Like
This is incredible.
Quap just like, he hunts down GH. As soon as he sees him Orchid, and he can't do anything about it. He's too underfarmed. And Miracle, he doesn't have BKB.
And they've got a sentry down. They know the Miracle's there, but he will reveal himself nonetheless. Wrong, if he sees an opportunity to go in, he will take it. Wukong's command attempted, but the silence comes in. But Tumberman as well, also silence. Now the charge comes through. Keen Gaming, they want to take this fight. The charge into the Nether Strike. Miracle stuck in the blood right, falling down low. GGG trying to go to work. The Shrine Heal, is it enough to keep him alive? It's not. The burst is there from Ing. Blinks in, forces out Ing. Should survive again. Another force, getting the space for Ing to get out. Keen Gaming, they walk in the stolen Chain Frost as well from Tianming. It's nearly taken down Kuro. They're trying to stand next to each other, but they're taking so much damage from these bounces. Liquid have to back off. They do get wrong, they do get Tianming, but again, this is Keen Gaming walking into the base of TI winners, killing Miracle, and walking back out for the most part.
Pretty incredible play from them. I'm still surprised that Monkey King has not gone for a BKB. That's a little bit greedy, I would say. Even as his fourth item, he looks like he's going for Lincoln Sphere, tired of getting ruptured. But, I mean, normally you're standing in place anyways for your ultimate. I think I would prefer a BKB coming out from him, because the problem is, like, you can just get 4-stabbed and then ruptured and then 4-stabbed, because they have, I believe, multiple ones on their team right now.
Look at the money on Dark. I mean, what's he thinking about here? What do you think his best option is on the Nature's Prophet?
Not sure, actually.
Talking about him, he's ready to get involved in a kill. Look who they found. Once again, it's GH out of position, and he's down. 50 seconds, no shaker.
I think Maelstrom would just be fine. Just continue to skill. You don't want to fall too far behind your other cores.
Oh, and I like this. I just know he finished up the full Hurricane Pike on the quad.
It's really good versus what they
nice
have.
Stats.
And I think versus Monkey King, you also want to be like as max range as possible. We talked a lot about how Monkey King is, like, you know, kind of pseudo melee range, and the Pike helps a lot.
That's the option as well. I mean, they love fighting. Oh no, I say that. Did he just sell the BKB? He did it. He bought the BKB, sold it. It does get the Maelstrom instead.
Yeah, Maelstrom, like, he doesn't need BKB right now because...
He's got the Fulmione.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. Like, he's not 6-slotted yet. If you were 6-slotted item, you get something else, but you need your Maelstrom so you can get your 5th and 6th items, especially because you have 2 other cores that are farmed.
Oh, Matsuma, man.
And they're going to eat up a lot of that.
He's in so much trouble. He does get the blink out, goes straight for the TP, and that is a good call to make. Ron can't quite close the gap in time. He's still halfway across the map. Matsuma man gets out. Blink now picked up on Tianming.
The best thing I think Keen has done this game is play away from the Lich lane early and then play away from the Doom in the mid game. That is, I would say, very, very hard to do. It's easy to fall into a trap. Oh, Doom's showing, let's just charge him and go, and I'm right. But no, Liquid's sitting behind them so many of the times, and then they're not being able to read the ganks right because Keen are just playing in this very unpredictable manner. So this is it. Miracle, if he wins this fight, they can probably take Roche and they can continue to snowball, but he could potentially again die because he doesn't have the ideal defensive items for this
wrong.
fight.
He's just walked into the wrong neighborhood.
He's completely okay with that. And Roche isn't up. Luckily for them. But Keen have to be worried that it's going to be up. Yeah. But they just sent a Treant in there and they're good. Treant eaten by mind control. But they can rest easy knowing that they just popped a smoke gank and just lost a Spirit Breaker in position 5. They need this Roche though. Liquid desperately need this.
They do. We're seeing them at the moment sitting in an 8K net worth difference as they are behind. Decent amount of gold going the way of Liquid with the Treants, but at the same time, Dark has got a lot done with them in terms of just the pressure, the split push on this Nature's Prophet this game, causing a lot of issues for Liquid. Now the defensive items starting to coming out. You know, Liquid Miracle's trying for that Lincoln Sphere. Aghanim's is complete on GGG. This Bloodseeker's level 24.
Oof. Yeah. I mean, he's huge.
He's had a lovely... I mean, when you sort of look at the heroes as well, would you have expected this is a good game for a Bloodseeker, or not necessarily?
Well, I thought he would be stymied by the Lich plus Monkey King combo, but they didn't actually lane him up versus them. And they put so much pressure on the mid lane that there was no one really to interfere in that lane, and the supports couldn't play musical lanes because they had to concentrate all their efforts on that mid lane.
That's what they can get done here. Wrong. Leading forward with his newly picked up Shadow Blade. They don't have the vision on him. Wrong getting some crucial intel for King Gaming starting off, but GH jumps in quickly with the jump immediately onto the Bloodseeker, bursting him down with a Boundless Strike. They're going to lose GGG. They're going to lose Wrong as well with the Chain Frost flying through from Kuroki, and Liquid aren't done. Primal Spring for Miracle, looking to get Tianming, and they'll get him as well. 3 down on King Gaming. That's the sort of jump you expect from Liquid. No holding back. As soon as GH sees an opportunity, he's in there with the slam, and there's no chance for King Gaming in that fight.
Yeah, they just hesitated a slight bit too long. They could have just had a free kill on GH, and it would have been pretty good for them, because then he could have just popped his BKB.
There's a blame out there, buddy. He wants to do it. He really does. He'll take the pain. He loves it. He's the queen of it.
And almost level 25, so who cares about blade mail, right?
And Liquid are in the Roche pit. And it looks like they should get away with this with King Gaming down 3 members. The other 2 are putting some pressure down on bottom, mind you. So despite having 3 people dead, King Gaming are still looking for a trade. I'll tell you what, they might just get it. Fortification comes out. Roshan is down. Miracle will grab the Aegis. GH is there to deter King Gaming from sticking around. Dark tries for the TP, but mind controls quick with the blink in. Gets the Doom down. They'll be able to protect their racks on this bottom lane.
Oh, that's sending a message. Didn't want Infernal Blade him. Let's just
doom him.
Still, it's very nice that Monkey King can have this Aegis. I would say that they should give him both of the Aegis and the cheese, just because he's been such a focal point for the fights. So close to being able to kill him.
Yeah, if it one touch, if they could have just stopped that blink from coming out, it would have been such a different fight, but because they didn't.
Wrong just hesitated way too much on that. I think maybe he was like, they were like unsure which target to go on. Like if they disable Matama Man 100 to 0 with the BKBs, then he doesn't get his ulti off. But if they go too late, then they're just going to blink out and look for it.
Oh no, the Miracle Jibay. Oh, here we go, straight in onto the Quap. Linkers is there, but it might be Miracle himself in trouble. Does have the Aegis and the cheese. Ruptures down onto him. They should be able to bring him down once. And the rest of his team's making his way over. Liquid, they're still quite far away from this, but King Gaming, they respect it nonetheless. They blink away. They're happy with just taking the Aegis out of his hands. They'll just look to reset. But that is the Aegis gone, and Liquid, they don't find a major objective with it themselves.
I remember one of the first times I watched Miracle, he was playing TA, and he would just love to meld on to cliffs and just do the double meld strike. That was one of his signature moves when he first started out. That kind of reminded me of that, just, you know, setting a trap, testing how aware they are. But
and it nearly, well, it didn't. There was nowhere near working.
No.
It was good fun though. Mid lane, look at this smoke from King Gaming. Miracle's going to jump into the midst of it, but stolen balance driving Tiamat kill. But GH in with the Echo, the Fisher, the Wukong's Chain Frost. This is absolute destruction coming out from Liquid. Ing will get away, but whoo, this mid lane, it seems to be a no-go zone for King Gaming. We've seen them try for something here a couple of times, but GH is just in there and ready to kick things off big time.
So fast with that Echo.
One lane, Dark gets the Sprout off, and he'll TP out. Goodbye, sir. Nothing that the Doom can do about that one. Miracle actually seeing if he can chase down for more.
They need more vision in the fights. They're having a lot of issues now. And imagine if Liquid pick up a gem and then they can't move around with the Spirit Breaker. They're pretty much going to lose most of the fights. So
Oh, look at Miracle. The Shadow Blade is looking for it, but they've got the vision on him.
Yes,
just down. He does indeed. He's going to have to use it almost. Oh, he doesn't get to use the Hurricane Pike Rupture. He didn't expect that. Gets shoved back to his death. The rest of Liquid get out, but he didn't. You don't expect the Queen of playing Hurricane Pike. You really don't. That was very
This is
sick.
why I like Key. They have these awesome item builds that synergize so well with their team.
Where's your cheese now? Oh.
Big kill.
Wasn't hungry, I guess.
Still, Liquid have brought it back from like a 9K gold lead to almost par. So that's pretty impressive considering that they are lanes and shrines down.
I mean, it's 50 seconds without the Monkey King. He doesn't have buyback. They've got a lot of push. King Gaming are gonna try and get as much out of this as they can.
They're still really scared of GH, especially how badly he's crushed them the last 2 fights.
That goes back up in 12 seconds, so rightfully so, they should be scared.
Yeah, they need to get the get the Queen of Pain to start hitting towers because she has the lifesteal heal, so she might still be able to survive even if she gets doomed. I guess she doesn't have the only on her.
Man. So with the Poison Nova Rupture, Handler Bright, giving Liquid spread back. Oh, actually blinking from aim. Looking to get the dagger onto Kuro. They're charging him with Wrong as well. Looking for mind control. Pops the BKB. Wrong himself has to get Back out with the invis. He'll look to try and nether strike his way out of this. In fact, he'll look to connect onto Matuma Man, holding Matuma back away from the rest of Keen Gaming. Wrong trying to do his best to save his side, but it looks like they should still be in trouble. The chase down there, GH will be silenced. Dark turning towards mind control, blocking him up with the Treants. Liquid won't be able to chase for more. Got to say that little play from Wrong, holding back Matumba, does mean the rest of his team gets home safely tonight.
Very quick Orchid by the Queen too to save his Rubik. Melee Rex still doesn't fall though. They have to control Roach better, but they need... I don't think the Nature's Prophet trees are going to be enough. They've just been nerfed enough to the point where you can't really rely on those trees for vision. It looks like the Bloodseeker is going for a Dagon right now. I think some people would advocate for like a Manta, so he can like use his illusions in the fight to actually scout out the Earthshaker perhaps, disable the Blink Daggers with the Radiance, but he is going to go for the more offensive build so he can deal with this pesky Monkey King who has no BKB. And the Doom has a gem now, so they can't really scout around with the Bloodseeker right now. I don't really know who's going to do it in the fights. I guess Queen still. Queen could kind of just run in there, as long as she doesn't get doomed.
It's all about Ing tanking it up. As you say, with that lifesteal, he's definitely got the potential to do so. Once the Mion is out, it's going to be a lot easier, but he's still quite the ways away from it. Lotus Orb done for Kuro. They have that sort of protection that they need against these silences, against these Orchids. The Keen Gaming with this smoke on Matuma Man on the front lines, gets the BKB out in time. Wrong charges forward, backs out. They know that Liquid are aware of their presence. They've got to be so careful about how they take this. Wrong still trying to scout things out.
Very surprised he didn't rupture the Venom right there. He has Ag, so it's like, yeah, I mean, you have
a couple of charges, yeah.
It's okay though. Just being wary in the fight, not realizing that Venom is not priority #1. It's all about the Monkey King. But he's hiding. He knows. He knows they want to kill him.
And he's nearly got the money for BKB. And that is certainly when things get a lot harder for Keen Gaming, if that BKB is there on Miracle.
Yeah, because they itemized offensively, which is fine. I think I elaborated earlier that they need to like kill him very quickly or else he's going to Jingu it up. But because of that, they haven't itemized any evasion. They don't have any halberds. They don't have butterfly. They don't have any of these items that can actually prevent him from lifestealing with a boundless or prevent him from getting his Jingu stacks off. So it's going to be very tough once he gets BKB. I don't know if they're going to be able to burst him down, especially with Frost Armor. Frost Armor plus BKB. Good luck killing Monkey King. And Cheese, of course.
Still has that in his pocket. And nearly level 25, of course, as well on Miracle. That's when that damage will skyrocket.
For the twins.
So he gets that. Keen Gaming certainly settling down, not grouping up as 5, just farming up the map. They have got the bottom lane continuously pushed in against Liquid, but not quite looking to team fight yet at this moment, Keen.
So if we bring up the items on King, look at the way they're itemizing too. So we have the 4 staff on Nature's Prophet, very unusual, but with the Bloodseeker in the game, pretty good build.
Nice, great.
And then I think the Spirit Breaker also has a Solar Crest in his quick buy because they need the evasion to deal with Monkey King now that he's going to have BKB as a 6th time. You want ways to dodge it. You don't want armor. Armor is pretty terrible versus Monkey King when you can get evasion instead.
Well, up top, Ing maybe just looking to make this out. Wrong is there to back up Ing if Liquid do go on him.
If they miss, though, he's going to heal up. So it's ideally you want Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker would be the ideal target, but he's far away. I still don't know if he's going to be building that Dagon.
Picks of the bots and stuff.
Yeah, but what do you want at a 6th slot? Definitely not Jeb.
Oh, sure, yeah. Absolutely, he's going to eventually get somewhere. And
I do like the Manta Octarine build on him when you have the X.
With the Radiance, yeah.
Well, you can lifesteal with the Rupture too.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
And the cooldown too. Rupture is so annoying to deal with, especially with all these 4 staves. 4 staves.
What is Nature's Prophet? I mean, Dark's having a great time. He's sitting right up there in that worth, on par with the cores, with the safe lanes and the mids. He's got 4.8k gold in the bank. I mean, I guess it makes sense down the line to obviously finish that 4-staff into the Hurricane pipe just for slot efficiency.
But other than that, I'm not sure what you would go with your 6th. Maybe Silver Edge. I mean, you can turn your Shadow Blade into Silver Edge too.
Yeah.
get that break on somebody to limit their damage. Ideally, Veno, I would say.
Yeah, and I guess well, it's Scythe. There's sort of arguments both ways. Now there is a Lincoln.
Yeah, Scythe is good too.
But there's also the Lotus, already in play.
If you see the Lotus, you definitely don't get that. Okay. I would say Halberd is pretty good, but I don't actually know who builds it this game.
I guess what normally you would have said maybe the Bloodseeker or the Spirit.
Yeah,
okay, sure.
Bloodseeker's past that point.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too late for him to really think of that.
Get the hell out of there.
Ooh, he will do indeed. Just the wards down. Liquid will be up to D-ward.
Yeah, he's incredibly good at sensing out these ganks.
Liquid actually going for the smoke straight up off the back of that D-ward. Bottom lane Dark, keeping the pressure up.
Oh, they have that reserve ward. Looks like they are going to catch eye of Rubik. But is it going to be enough for them to get the kill? And Rubik is kind of protecting the Bloodseeker right here.
They're aware of this as well. I think as soon as that D-ward came out, they knew that it's likely.
Oh, he almost went left into the vision.
Oh no.
No.
GGG. He's just outside. Now they'll see him. Instant jump, but he gets the BKB off before the Doom. Do they have the damage to bring down this Bloodseeker? They'll try. Tianming throws himself in.
What was that, forced?
I mean, it may have just saved the Bloodseeker. I think it has. Wrong charges forward.
Oh, he stole the Doom.
He got it back out onto Doom, but with the Chain Frost from Kuro, Liquid do claim a second.
And Roche is up again. Another Aegis.
Perfect timing for Liquid.
Still, that was a great BKB pop. He could have easily died there. Very quick on the fingers. They were uphill, mind you, too.
Yeah, that was it. Instant reactions. And it did save him his life. Lost the lives of both Rong and Tianming. And indeed, Liquid will find Roche. Another cheese. And Miracle still got the one from before. And yeah, popping it down, making sure that he doesn't stack them, and they can split it up. And one cheese will go the way of Mind Control. And everyone's still sitting in the pit for now. Who's gonna look to take that? Looks like Kuro will be the holder of cheese.
Going for Bloodthorn last. Usually you'll see.
Ooh, he's got the Force. He's got the Lincolns. Is he gonna be out? No, that Boundless Strike's gonna hold him down. He's gonna be gone. It looked like he should have been aware of that, but didn't react in time. Cost him his life. Ings down for 90.
Yeah, he's really relying on the spell lifesteal to be able to survive. No BKB on him.
Yeah, Liquid starting to get that firm grip on the game that we've seen them do so many times in the past.
It's still a scary game for them.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Being 48 minutes in and just a 1K difference between two sides. Yeah, definitely both ways it can go, but as we're seeing in these team fights, if GH sees an opportunity, he's in there with the Echo, and suddenly Keen Gaming guaranteed losing one or two heroes at the start of every team fight if GH is on top of them.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Seen a lot of level 25s too.
Dire's structures are
2% Infernal Blade damage is no joke this late in the game.
Oh, it adds up to a hefty amount. The damage takes in, and bottom lane Liquid starting to push. Tier 1 down, still yet to take any Tier 2s, 49 minutes in, but on the verge of changing that situation. This Tier 2 not going to be held on to by Keen Gaming, as they are still one man down. Tower's taken from Liquid. And they will get back to base. The other two lanes forced in. They'll be happy to farm them and push them back out. They're more than happy with the way that this game is starting to turn. Is the first time in a while, Liquid back with the overall net worth lead.
Nature's Prophet is sitting on a pile of gold. He's almost 8,000 gold right now.
I mean, it's interesting as well, as we saw that the XP difference, in fact, has, for the most part, been quite an advantage for Liquid for a while, as we saw.
Yeah, they need like level 20 on the Spirit Breaker. He needs his level 20 talent.
The power of Lich, I guess.
Yep. He needs that GPM talent badly. Because, I mean, his items are just pretty poor right now.
Kuro. But loads of Zorban does have Miracle with, and they're trying to kick something off here, Liquid. BKB popped by Miracle. Look at what Tianming. Slide to the left, not going to save him. That Force Staff does not allow the Ruben to get out. He's gone, but they've lost Kuro, they've lost GH. Liquid now chasing down the cores. Dark pops down the Sprout, has the Shadow Blade, trying to get out of there. They don't have detection on these heroes. Oh, they do on Mind Control. Mind Control closing the gap and will allow Liquid to finally finish down another. Get the Dark kill. Get anything more? That's the question. BKB's and ults expended by Liquid, but they are maintaining that lead. They're keeping the trades This time only slightly going their way, as they did lose a couple themselves, and okay, this will make it huge. If he can clean up GGG with the diffusal blade slow, he certainly can. BKB was still on cooldown. There's Bloodseeker gone for 90 seconds. Liquid in a very good position to be able to potentially force that buyback out of it.
Wonder who's going to buy back. I guess just Bloodseeker they can get away with at this point.
I mean, Liquid, they want to force it down, and it will come. Straight away, GGG comes out. But look at this rat. Ron coming actually in from the back side of them all. They'll TP in with the Nature's Prophet. Bloodbright's down. Miracle, he'll lose the Aegis. Matumba Man puts the blade mail, has the cheese, gets back up to full life, but the damage from KG, it looks to be too much. Matumba Man falling low, allowing GGG to speed up. The Sprout into Bloodbright once again, trapping Miracle. Matumba will be fortunate with the TP out. But Keen Gaming, they do have to buy back on both the Nature's Prophet and the Bloodseeker, but they put a stop to Liquid pushing in. They get the kill on Miracle, get rid of those Aegises, make them use the cheese as well. They're still fighting well despite being behind.
If only Monkey King had his BKB up. He was trying to cast it. They chained the silences so well on him. He's about to cast his ultimate, gets Orchided, and then it happens again right after he respawns from the Aegis of the Immortal. GGG just waits.
Instant silence.
Yeah, instant silence. If he doesn't get his ult off, he's dead. But his BKB, he just popped it at the very end right before he died. That's sad.
They're ready to try and push him down bottom. They had to buy back themselves. The dream would be if they can force Miracle to buy back on this Monkey King. And we'll see if he does. They may just let this bottom Rax go, wanting to protect that buyback. And it looks like it'll be the case as King Gaming stand their ground. Notification comes out. Okay, straight in with the jump. Goodbye, Quap. That's one down. Doom out as well onto Tianming. Liquid waiting for the last moment. They say to Keen Gaming, come and get this Rax. And Keen Gaming, they take the bait.
That was risky. They put Blood Rage on him because they wanted him to siege the Rax down quicker, but then he just got blown up. Spell Life still only does so much.
Oh, and they keep the Rax alive.
I think they need, like, I think a Mjolnir on Quap is generally what you want as one of your items. Yeah, with Spell Life Steal. But the thing about the Mjolnir is it's a passive. So like if you get jumped, you can still heal up. Whereas normally you have to press buttons to heal up for Quap. But
could be
that's a rough death.
And TP out from Dark.
At least she has buyback.
Double damage ready for Miracle.
Nothing will stand in my way.
DD plus 100% crit. That's a lot.
So what's our buyback status looking at?
Is under attack.
Not too great for Keen. 2 cores without it. Yeah. Available for another 5.5 minutes.
It's just Quap actually that has buyback on their team.
GH?
Well, and Miracle's in position to just snipe somebody with his double damage.
Oh yeah.
He is so far back behind. He's further to the right. He's behind the Rex.
Oh!
Yep. Yeah, I mean that. That's Monkey King with the DD for you.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
But you have to be very careful about that. Monkey Kings love to do that. When you're approaching one of the sides, they just jump around in the trees.
This is going to be easy Rax for Liquid as well with the damage that Miracle's sporting. Top set of Rax, fully down.
At least Quap didn't have to fight back. That's the only positive thing about that fight for them. But
correct. Some casual farming. The push with the Chain Frost. Miracle will turn up to clean up some of the action as well. Very, very close to having the butterfly.
Yep, that's how you buff up your cores. Double Lincolns with a Lotus Orb.
It's certainly working. It's just a question of how much this Dagon's actually going to do for GGG's Bloodseeker that he's still investing in. It's getting tough. The game is really amping up, and Liquid in a position where Keen Gaming, 55 minutes in, they've done a lot, but is it enough in the grand scheme of things? Liquid have the lead. Miracle, eyed up. They do get the Rupture onto him. He's lucky enough to run himself out of the Bloodbright. GGG still wanting to fight another Bloodbright again, but mind controls him with the Doom. Gets it onto GGG, but he's forced back to safety. GGG will be fine. Wrong, charging through straight onto GH. He should be punished as Miracle jumps forward. Will be able to trap down Wrong and get the Spirit Breaker kill.
At least Doom was used. Yep, didn't have enough detection that fight. I don't, like, all of them are too fat to actually carry a gem or a dust. Looks like just 2 supports have it on Keen's side.
Oh, GH, ladies and gentlemen. Echo onto them all. They do get the blink out, but that's Tianming down. If they can kill this Queen of Pain, it would be absolutely huge. He forces himself down, still has the blink. He's got it up again in a second. They'll put the Blood Ride, trying to dissuade Liquid from chasing, but it's not going to work. Queen of Pain's gone.
Damn, GH's echoes in the mid-game.
GH has just kept it rock solid, despite, as well as we've been saying, how much attention and focus has been put on him by Keen Gaming. He's still seizing these opportunities. He's still finding the chance to go in like this.
Dire's bottom shrine
And it's absolutely destroying Keen Gaming at this stage of the game. 18k gold lead for Liquid. This should be smooth sailing for them unless Keen Gaming can do some incredible plays. They're trying to keep the rat high, but will it be enough? Miracle and the team very strong. There's an Octarine on GH. He gets rewarded for his efforts this game. He's got the money, he's got the bank. So those combos are going to come even quicker, thicker, and faster.
Ooh, Monkey King also TP'd out, trying to hunt down the Nature's Prophet as they feign a push, but he just TP'd from the top lane to the bottom lane. There's a TD on top too. Miracle might make his way towards that. But now that Monkey King shows, this might be a good time for Keen to actually fight once the Quap is up.
Oh, Dark could be in trouble. Miracle, Wukong's command into the boundless strike. Dark has got the Shadow Blade. Miracle doesn't have detection, of course. And that attempt won't amount to much at all. TP's himself back to base.
MK ult down. Still, Nature's Prophet has to push out these lanes. That's the only way I think they get past this really rough stretch of the game for them.
They've got to split them.
Yeah, got to split them up. Maybe take a Roche away from Miracle, try and catch him and get him into buyback. Spirit Grid is like 16 times this game. Ouch. Give the man some tomes.
He needs it. On top. Miracle. It's fun to balance onto Dark. Wrong's hunting him down. Miracle has to be careful. Oh, they've got vision on him.
They have to pop the Lincolns though.
Yeah, with the Shadow Blades.
Probably usually the MP ult. MP ult in the charge is usually your method of choice. Getting Star from Vision too. Yeah.
Oh, Rupture and Blood Right. Could be the end of Kuro. Lincoln's is there to block the Dagon, but Kuro's gone. Now they'll try moving on to Mind Control. Mind Control got the Doom laid down onto Dark. That's the Nature's Prophet down for nearly 2 minutes without buyback. Liquid could be on the verge of securing that big team fight to close things up. But the BKB's there for GGG. Wrong trying to TP back to base, but the Boundless Strike from Miracle gets him in time, cancelling the TP. Wrong still does have the Shadow Blade. They couldn't quite get the gem in range of him. So Wrong should be fine for now.
They're just trying to stall out as much as they can until this NP can. And he's actually going to cut the creep wave with the illusions. This is huge. Oh, oh no, the one creep.
No, actually doesn't
that's a hero creep.
Draw the rest of them.
And now they're trying to, Keen are desperately trying to kill these creeps.
This one creep leading the charge.
Oh, he missed even the rest of the creep waves.
Look at him go. He's a brave soul. Oh goodness, no! I've been outnumbered, boys! Oh dear. But it was a good attempt from Timmy.
Rest in peace, Timmy.
This game, though, we're coming up to 1 hour. Another one of these long ones that we've been treated to today here at ESL Hamburg. And what a treat it has been as well this game. This is only game 1 of the series. I'm pumped up for this. Because this side of Keen Gaming showing us that there are answers to some of the ways earlier that Liquid play, but Liquid coming in at this stage and showing us it's Team Liquid at the end of the day. This is a team that will work past the tough bits of a game, get to this portion where they are firmly in the lead, and make sure that it's very hard for the other team to have any sort of a chance of closing the game up around them. As we can see, verging on all 5 members of Liquid having level 25, just GH lacking behind half a level, and he'll be there as well. The just experience game has been insane for them. We saw it on the graph earlier. Something about the way that Liquid utilize the map and make sure that their heroes are consistently finding more just puts them an edge above Keen Gaming.
Yep, Kuro utilized that E button real good there, Owen.
It's a magical spell. Oh, there's a DD rune on Miracle. There is no hope for Ing.
They have no map control, too. They've lost way too many Roshans now. Miracle and the rest of Liquid kept their fair share of runes. Double damage is just instant death for anyone. We saw it on the Rubik earlier. It's no big difference.
They're hunting. And Dark, he's been caught. That'll be Nature's Prophet down as well. Both heroes do have buybacks. They're likely to be forced to use it. Miracle still with a DD ready to play. He's looking for those cheeky one-shots, and he may just get them wrong. He's going to turn up, bam, with the boundless strike. Look at the Wukong's command, but the telekinesis is there just in time to stop it. BKB's pop, Miracle still ready to fight. Dark will come out with the buyback. Miracle backs away with the BKB in the Shadow Blade, sneaks back outside of the base. Liquid still putting the pressure in, though, on the mid lane. The Timmerman laying down the Serpent Ward. They'll look for the Rupture, but the Lincolns is there to block it. GGG unable to start the fight off in the manner that he hoped for. Bloodbright will clean out the creep wave. Buyback forced out by Ying as Liquid are taking this mid lane of Rax, and Keen are struggling to put a stop to it. Matuma level 25, he had a slow start, but my goodness, is he where he'd hoped to be at this stage. He's fully farmed, ready to man fight on the high ground. Mind Control leads forward with the Shivas and the Blink, trying to get a lockdown onto someone. Dark on the sidelines, pops the BKB, the Miona, not enough to keep him alive. The Shrine Heals won't save him. They'll lose the Nature's Prophet, and maybe even more as the Wukong's is out. Keen Gaming have to spread. Aegis has gone wrong, looking for the angle to charge in, does manage to get the bash by onto 2. Ing jumps back forth, the stolen Fisher from Tianming, getting both GH and Miracle, but Wrong is down. Keen Gaming, they've lost 2. Ing trying his best to clean things up. Hurricane pikes himself away from Miracle, but the boundless strike is down. 4-star Blink, he keeps himself alive. Mind Control tries to chase, won't get the kill onto the Quap as he's back in base, but they do bring down Tianming. Buys back immediately, Rupture onto Mind Control with the Dagon, it does it. Takes down the Doom, can they get more? They have the dust, the vision's there on Miracle. Miracle's gone as well. Liquid lose 3. They're going to potentially lose 4 as they surround Matuma Man Keen Gaming. They bring down the Veno. It's a costly defense. They do lose their mid lane racks. They do have to spend the buybacks, 3 of them in total over the grand scheme of that fight. But they do take 4 kills from Liquid.
They need buybacks. They need to force buybacks out.
They have to.
80 seconds, though. I don't think that's enough. Nature's Prophet is not alive to push out these side lanes. Another excellent Hurricane Pike usage by the Queen of Pain. Got it right before the BKB up on the Monkey King and completely wasted his BKB.
Yeah, these 4 stuffs.
Yep, but have fun dealing with plus 35 frost armor.
That is some balance. I mean, they're going to try for it. The buyback already coming out from Matuma adds 44 armor. Wow. I mean, that's pretty insane. I mean, there's no chance. He can't hit this. No, don't hit that. It doesn't do nothing. It's got 44 armor. Absolutely insane. Maybe with 3 of them they can give it a better shot, but as we see, it's going to take them quite some time. 44 added armor.
They still have Glyph, too.
They do. They're sticking around for it. They have to do this, Keen Gaming. They have to find something. Poison Nova will connect onto both Ing and GGG.
That's it. That's frost armor.
Wow. Taking themselves back to base. Dagon leveled up once again by GGG.
So tough to break that without. You really want a Jakiro or a Pugna on your team.
You need some sort of magical.
I mean, those are the only 2 that do it. So it's only,
is that true?
those 2. I think so.
I guess it is, isn't it? Yeah, just those 2 heroes. Yeah.
Otherwise, frost armor is just unbearable at this stage in the game. You're going to lose every throne race, but now, like,
hey,
what else do you do?
What about Tiny Toss?
Tiny Toss? Okay, that works.
There we go, Ben.
3rd one, nice.
Don't forget the Toss. Well, they don't have a Tiny this game.
No, sadly.
Probably good, as this game would have probably been over if they did by now.
Mind Control is a huge problem, too. Like, you can't kill him. The Infernal Blade plus 2% with the Octarine is actually just ridiculous amounts of lifesteal. And then you have the Scorched Earth burning everybody down, too. So.
They start Keen Gaming. They want to kick something off. They have the Rupture onto Mind Control. Wrong with the charge through. Catch it onto 2. BKB comes out there, and Wrong's in trouble. Bam, slap, and he's gone. Wrong is down. GH leading in, looking for the Yule Scepter onto GGG, but the BKB's down in time. GGG should be fine. Puts the Bloodbright, goes for the BKB TP out. They got anywhere to catch it. Oh, they have the Doom is down. That's GGG gone. He's got a buyback available, and he'll buy back immediately. He needs to get in and help his team. Ing trying to keep himself alive, but the Jingu's built up. Has to blink himself away. Off he goes, but this is slowly but surely Keen losing permanently 2 members. Neva with buyback available, in going back in, relying on the 60% lifesteal to keep him alive. And I tell you what, it's doing his job. Dagon comes around to Kuro, but he's got Lincolns on top of Lotus, on top of Lincolns, and it's enough. Or is it? Bloodbright should finish off the job, and it does. That's Kuro down, but they've lost Ing. Keen have lost 4. Kuro will buy back. Liquid know that they should be able to finish off the game now as GGG, the last man standing. There's a rapier on Miracle. He's ready to do it in style, and he doesn't even need to. GG is already called.
GG.
The game is over, but what a game. 65 minutes in. Keen Gaming certainly showing up at the start, but Liquid.
They look stressed after that game, as they should be.
What a game indeed. I mean, Liquid in fantastic fashion, of course, closing it up at the end. They really stepped it up. As you said, maybe sort of a little relaxed at the start and then realizing, hang on, these guys, they've got our number. They're making the better calls. They're outplaying us in some sense. But then they step it up. They get back to that TI winning level that we expect from Liquid, and Keen Gaming, they just can't deal with that sort of pressure. 60+ minutes in against the heroes that Liquid have, it was nearly impossible.
Yeah, they were so close. Just had to, keep the Shaker down one more time, that fight, and then maybe get 1 or 2 Roches. Game would have been over for them. Well played.
Absolutely. Well played indeed. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 going to Team Liquid. We'll see if they can pull it out a second time in a row, or if Keen Gaming can close up off another potentially good start. We'll see what happens in the draft. It's all going to be very exciting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break for Game 2.
Life becomes all about